Good afternoon. Is that Leo or Crystal? Or both?
Hi, Leo and Crystal are here.
Awesome. I figured it might be you both again. Good. I'm glad you could join us.
And Leo is actually going to be the tail twister for our club.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Wonderful.
So,
Joy.
yes, I like the hat. Where did you get it?
I think I got this when they had the USA Canada Forum in Toronto, I think.
Oh, okay. That is really cute.
Isn't it cool? I got another one too. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay. I'll have to try to get one for Leo and see if he'll wear it.
There you go. Absolutely. The one I really wanted, I was just telling Deb, she's in here in the room with me, my sister, Line Deb. I was telling her the one I really wanted, I couldn't find it. I was really aggravated. I couldn't find it because it's like, it's almost just like a headband, but it's got the lion nose comes down over your nose.
Oh my.
It's absolutely adorable and it's so much fun.
That is nice.
Yeah, I always have fun with that one. Always had fun with that one in our club. I always tried to get people to wear it. Said if you wear it, you won't be fined, and I could get very few people that would take me up on it.
Yep. Well, that's funny.
It is. It's too funny. It's too funny. But with you two on, I don't want to delay it because I've got after 1 o'clock now. So you guys pretty much know my spiel, and if you got questions on that, since it's just a few of us, just blurt them out, and we'll take care of them there. But I think I put the handout online. Woo.
Right.
Yep.
Got it.
We printed it.
So you can do that, and I got a fun PowerPoint I'm going to share with you all. So see if I can do that and share. You see that?
Yes.
Awesome. There we go. Cool. That's already done. Okay, we're already recording, so that's always good. Yep. That'll do it. I can't get what I wanted. I'm sorry. Bear with me. That's not it. That's not it. Oh well, we'll go with that. Get this back to slide view.
You're trying to get it into slideshow. There you
No,
go.
I was trying to go back to my gallery view and all of that so I could see the chat if it came up, but it's at the top, so I'll see if somebody comes in. Deb, watch that for me. So if you see somebody coming in there,
yeah,
or somebody's got a chat, but we're all unmuted anyway, so we'll have some fun. Anyway, so gotta move this over so I can see. Wonderful. Okay, so tail twisting is so much fun. It's one of my favorite positions in lions. Only they won't let me do it anymore, and I don't understand why. But the duties of a tail twister are just all about promoting harmony, good fellowship, and enthusiasm at club meetings by performing appropriate stunts. And games, and imposing fines on club members. It helps to build camaraderie so that everybody can have a really good time. That's what it's all about. So you can come in as a tail twister like this with a hat on, something fun, so everybody knows who you are. You want to be sure to introduce new members so that they feel valuable. To me, that's one of the most important things because new members want to be recognized. They want someone to make sure they want to feel welcomed, basically. They want to feel welcomed. So if you don't introduce them, They're not going to feel that. And you can find, the idea is to find every member once every other meeting. So you don't have to find every member every meeting, but make sure you still find every member at least once a month, if you can. And the club president can help you do that by giving you tail twisting time somewhere in the agenda. And if he doesn't, make up your own. Do it before, do it after, do it during meals, whatever it might be. Come up with a way to do it yourself. But more important than anything is bring humor and laughter to the club. You know, I got some good laughs with my hat, and those were all. I love awesome laughs. Let me see if I can. And here's my next one. I like this one too. This one's always fun. So the best part about it is nobody can find the tail twister, and you know why? Because they can only be fined by unanimous vote, and that includes the tail twister voting for themselves to be fined. Not going to happen. Trust me, my club did try, and they didn't succeed because there was no way in heck I was ever going to vote for myself to be fined. I was having too much fun at it. But make sure that you remember that fines do have to be turned over to the club treasurer at the end of the meeting. So, some important things about performing the duties as a tail twister. If you have a speaker at the meeting, don't get up and interrupt the speaker or distract the speaker during their presentation. Let them have their presentation and just sit back and relax and just enjoy it. And there's different ways for recognition as a tail twister. You know, you can wear things like this. You have a hat, you have your button. You can get these from LCI's site. It's a button that says tail twister. So everybody knows who the tail twister is. There are no questions in any way, shape, or form. It's right there, and they can't complain about it. And one of the most important things is that third bullet point right there, and that is not to embarrass anyone, because there are some people who are kind of uncomfortable by being singled out. So just be aware of your members and their personalities and what they do or don't like, and be careful with those particular members. And find only lions, not your speaker. Because most of the time your speakers are not lions, so make sure you don't find them. But you can find your district officers. Your governor shows up, your second vice, your first vice, whoever. You got an ID that shows up. You can find them. It's all good. They're game. They're fair game. And set a fine for the limit that you're fining people for. I know our club a lot of times sets a quarter limit. Some members will just throw $1 in. But the minimum fine is a quarter. So you can set it so that everybody knows what the minimum fine is and take care of it from there. Now, there are some do's and don'ts, and those are in your handout on page 4. So if you downloaded it and you have it there. And again, be respectful, and we talked about that already. And demand others respect you as well, because you're having fun in a position so that everybody feels relaxed and they're enjoying themselves and they want to come back to another meeting. And again, there's that thing about keeping your fines within range. So set that limit so that everyone knows what the limit is. Have no change policy. So if they say, well, all I got's $1, say, well, okay, I guess your fine's $1 then. Don't have any change to give you back. All the change is in your bank. So if you have a Lions Bank, I recommend it. It's always fun. You know, I always shake it out to everyone and say, feed the kitty. So some clubs will take and they'll just pass something around to all the members and they can put their money in there. That's okay. And you can do that, but it's not fun. So do something fun for the club. Let them enjoy themselves and have a good time by being there and want to come back. Gosh, that's the best part, is them having enough fun that they want to come back. And I love these about using your position to keep meetings interesting, to maintain order, and keep the meetings on track. You as tail twister can help that president keep their meeting on track so that everything runs smoothly. And you can also help the president maintain order throughout the club just by being the tail twister. Be the center of attention. You got to be somebody who likes it. So jump in there and say, so everybody you grab their attention, say, look at me. Now I'm going to find you. So have some fun with it as you do it. And again, fines help to build your administrative funds. You can only use them for administrative funds because they're coming from other Lions. So it's not public money, it's Lions money, so it goes towards your administrative fund. So whatever you need the money for your administrative fund, you'll be able to help support that to collect it for your club. Be polite about it, be pleasant, but more importantly, have some fun. Promote it. Promote the fun. Be creative with everything you do. You've seen my hats. I got some more goodies in my bucket here. I like to change it up. I have you can play games. I think it's coming later, so I'm going to go off topic here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Use the internet. It's your friend. There's all kinds of games that you can just, when you get to the meeting, you can lay them at everybody's table. It can be a crossword puzzle, or it can be a Sudoku puzzle, or it can be guess who this is, or guess who that is, or there's all kinds of ideas in your handout. I put as many ideas in there as I could, but that's not all there is. There's plenty of ideas. Like, use a holiday. Shoot, Valentine's Day. Who is Saint Valentine, and how did we get this holiday? And things like Christmas and St. Nicholas, and just there's all kinds of things on the internet you can find to use for your club. And whoever gets the most answers right, give them a little prize. I love finding little prizes I can give out to Lions, and I never pay more than $5 for anything. I always give them at the dollar store, and it's even cheaper at the dollar store. So, but I always try to find, I always try to make it a lion. It doesn't have to be a lion, but I always try to make it a lion, because for me, it's all about lions. So, but trying to do something fun where everybody has a lion that they can take home with them and really enjoy it and know that they got it because they answered the questions right more than anybody else. They love that kind of stuff. So, as well as just being professional about it. And that goes along with the respect, demanding respect from others and giving it also to the members while you're at it. And simple things, you can find members who don't wear a Lions vest or their Lions pin or have a shirt with a Lions logo on it, whatever. Use those kind of things to find people. And then that will make them start wearing their pin or wearing their vest or wearing a Lions shirt to every single meeting. Important don'ts. We already said this one. Don't embarrass anyone. Don't tell jokes. This is my pet peeve only. I hate speakers that come in and the first thing they do is tell a joke. If that joke has nothing to do with the presentation, don't tell it. It drives me insane. But don't tell jokes, because unless you're really good at them and you're really good at punchlines, it's just not worth it. No private fines. All fines are public. Again, it all goes back into the administrative funds. So you're collecting it from Lions, it goes back into the Lions fund. This particular one says, don't find guests, including guest speaker, DG, or ID. The DG and ID thing, use your judgment, because some governors like me, I love doing stuff like that. I have fun with clubs that are doing stuff like that, and I'll be the first one to throw in my fine. Or depending on who your ID is and their personality, you might find that they love it and they love having fun. So they'll be good sports about it, and you can find them too. But if you don't know, don't fine. Don't interrupt the president on the ongoing program that's happening at the time. So that's a real big takeaway, is not to do an interruption to something that's already happening. Oh, don't make an issue out of a member who doesn't want to pay fines. Just tell them, we'll take your IOU. If you ask them and they say, no, I'm not doing that. Say, oh, okay, that's cool. We'll get an IOU from you later. And then that will remind you not to ask them for a fine again. And it usually doesn't take long. Most Lions are pretty good about giving their fine over. But once in a while, you get some of those Lions who just don't want to participate. maybe can't necessarily afford it, whatever it might be. Don't embarrass them by trying to get money out of them, because that makes them feel uncomfortable. And as the next bullet point says, you don't want them to feel uncomfortable. And you want to make sure that they feel welcome and not unwelcome, because the more they feel welcome, the more they're going to keep coming back, and you're going to be able to enjoy everything with them. So ideas, lots and lots and lots of ideas out there. Have fun. That very first bullet point, have fun. Use your imagination. There are so many ideas out there. Again, I did not put these on slides. There are so many in this handout for you. It'll get you started. Use your imagination. Use the internet. If you have been on the district website during this coronavirus, you will have seen that I posted some things out there for everyone. If they're stuck indoors, here's some fun things that you can do. Have fun doing it. Carolyn, you were good at that by telling me, not everybody goes out there and does that, and that's fine. It's nice to know that people are reading it. So those kind of handouts are perfect things to use for being Tail Twister. See how many in the room can get the answers right. And they will, pretty soon they're going to really get excited and want to know what's coming up next week. What do you have for me next week? And again, like I said, internet is your best friend. There are so many great ideas in here. And as you read through the ideas to do things for as Tail Twister, and you have something come to you, write it down. Put it in this list of things that you have. And if you want this in Word format, let me know. I'll send it to you in Word format, and you can just keep adding to it for what you do in your club, so that you always have something in hand that you can constantly add to, that gives you so many different ideas that you can do as Tail Twister. I'm happy to send that out to anyone who wants to do it, because I stole all these ideas. These aren't all my ideas. I creatively, I shouldn't say stole them, I creatively acquired them from Lions throughout the district and the state and everywhere else. So, go ahead, steal somebody else's idea. They won't care, because it's all in fun, and it's all about having fun. Plenty of ways to get ideas and get things done. Tell me, what kind of questions do you guys have about, can I this, or can I that, or do I do this, or do I do that, or can I not do that? Anything in particular? So, what did I do with that one I had? In that case, here's one of my other favorites. I got to where my club hated this bell. Because I would ring it because they were picking on me or something like that, and they were trying to bribe me for a fine and this or that. And as soon as I ring the cowbell, oh my goodness, they would give me heck for that. So I was like, well, you pay the kitty and I'll stop ringing my bell. So that's what they would do. But again, don't do it so that you embarrass everyone. Embarrass yourself all you want. That's the fun of it. And being Tail Twister is just embarrass yourself. That makes people see that your club is having fun and they're participating, and they want to be part of the excitement and be part of the fun. Because if you can't have fun as a Tail Twister, why are you Tail Twister? Okay, like I said, it's one thing to send this wine bank around and say, feed the kitty. That's boring. Lion members want to have something that's fun and enjoyable and that keeps them coming back. The best way to do it is just be silly. Make fun of yourself, nobody else, make fun of yourself, and show others how much fun everybody's having. Because as soon as they start to see everybody's having fun and everybody's laughing and having a good time, they're going to say, that's a great club. That club has a lot of fun. I'm coming back. It doesn't take a lot to do. Silly hats or not, it doesn't take a lot to do. Does someone have a question? Okay. There are a lot of, let's go down through some of these, because some of these are really good ideas. just like that first one on page 5, it says, a good tail twister can usually find enough reason for assessing fines without fining for imaginary offenses. Again, so many things out there that you can utilize, that you can download to get people to share. One thing I always like to do with clubs is do a like a Lions 101. What year was Lions founded? What year did Helen Keller go to the International Convention and challenge us to be Knights of Lions? When did Lions Clubs International Foundation start?
Lost her.
Somebody lost me? Did I get you back? Hopefully, I can hear you. So hopefully you can come back on. But it's all about doing things that are fun to do in your club. Roundtable introductions. By insisting that members have a slogan, description of their business or profession. Finding those who have none, or those whose slogans are too long or exaggerated. I've seen tail twisters find people because they have a grandchild, or because they had a new one born, or because they were the last one to come in a snowstorm, or because they had brown hair. Just simple, easy things to come up with that you can have fun with. Here's there is a couple in here about telling jokes on the spot and that kind of thing, and that's, you have to take that based on the club and what your club is like, and if they're good about jokes, if they're bad about jokes. Those are the kind of things that you want to keep in consideration. Page 6, there's one for find a member who has a birthday or an anniversary. Things that we think of every day. Find people for, in our club, we used to find people because they said the M word, especially during football season. Nobody was ever allowed to say that word. So if anybody got caught saying it, or they came to a meeting with that color on, they would get fined. Just something to liven it up and give everybody something fun. And one thing I will mention, because back in the day when it was an all men's organization, I've heard the nightmare stories of how all the guys had their ties snipped for whatever reason. Don't do that. Please don't destroy anybody's clothing. Back then, it was a big thing and they kind of liked it or whatever, but I don't think if I was a guy I'd like to have my tie cut, because then I have to go out and buy a new tie. And if it was the only one you had, you wouldn't be very happy about it. One I like in particular is the secret greeter. Have somebody that nobody else knows about and name them the secret. Tell them when they come in, you are my secret greeter. I want to know what members are not greeting you when they come in, or saying hi, how are you, whatever it might be. That way, at the end of the meeting, you can say, who was our secret greeter? And they can get up and say, it was me. And who did not greet you when they came in? And that person would be fined because they didn't greet everybody when they came in the door. Good ways to get camaraderie going, to get members associating with other members, especially a good way to get rid of cliques that might be in a club, those kind of things. Those are the best kind of ways to stop the cliques and get more camaraderie within your club and get more people participating. And wanting to sit down at a table without without their group, wanting to sit down with someone else because they might have learned something about them that they didn't know, and maybe they want to learn some more about it. And there's nothing wrong with a raffle, because a lot of clubs will do a 50-50. Whether the tail twister does it or the treasurer does it, doesn't really matter. It's to have a little bit of fun. I know there are some clubs who they'll have like a white elephant. So they'll bring in like a bunch of books or whatever, and based on whoever took tickets for the 50-50, after they gave the money away, then they would pull the remainder raffle tickets and give other people in the room a prize, whether it be a book that they bought at the dollar store, or another lion they bought at the dollar store, or anything else that it might be, just to get the club involved in doing something. And here's one that I really like about when you do have clubs that do tell jokes, and that is if a member wants to tell a joke, they pay $1. So you can tell your joke, but it's going to cost you $1. And that kind of helps, and sometimes they're fun jokes too. We talked about that one, a newborn in the family. Yeah, I wouldn't do that one. Have trivia questions. A really good one is something in a newspaper, to find out if everybody's reading a newspaper, especially if your club gets publications in your local newspaper. Use that and ask your members questions, and for whoever doesn't know, find them for it. That'll get them reading the paper. It'll get them knowing more about your club and what you do, and it'll get them more active in your club and what you do. Let's see. Stunts at meetings on page 8.
I know page numbers.
It doesn't. The handout online should have had page numbers, and maybe it got cut off for you, and I apologize.
It does. No, it does.
So there's all kinds of different ways to do stunts. I mean, your stunt can be something simple as my hat, and you can get other people to wear it. And find them for it. If they do wear it, exempt them from a fine for that meeting and the following meeting. Just being creative about different kind of things that you can do. So, additional suggestions for stunts. Passing the buck. And that's all about, let's see. The lion raises and claims an illness and why they can't be at a club meeting. But then another member was assigned to take over. The lion gives yet another excuse for not arranging the program. So it's that they keep passing the buck. So it's kind of like a storytelling thing. So that by the time you're done, every member has a reason as to why they can't do it and why they can't participate in the meeting. So many different ways to have fun and to tweak everything that's in this handout for you. Threads on a coat. There's another one. A tail twister will wear a coat that has threads on it. And when club members and guests arrive, if they notice the threads, then they're exempted from fining. Sometimes they'll try to remove it. And sometimes it can be picked off, and sometimes it has to be snapped off. As it's pulled, it only grows longer and longer, as if the whole garment is unraveling. And this is a stunt. It's a joke that you set in your jacket or whatever you might have on. The tail twister, of course, has a spool of thread inside the pocket or a suit, and that's where the thread's coming from as they're trying to take it off, and it's not coming off. Again, that's more of the fun stuff to do as a tail twister. And a lot of this depends on how much time your president will award you as being tail twister for tail twisting. So some clubs, they don't have time for the tail twister to have the floor to get up and do some fun things for the club. So if that's the case, then some of these other things we talked about, getting somebody to wear their hat, or getting them to, you can pass the kitty around and have it their money put inside. Have the puzzle at their desk so they can work the puzzle, and then whoever gets the most answers right gets exempted from fines or whatever. So that depending on what your club allows you to do or doesn't allow you to do is what you need to think about when you decide what you're going to do for your club for tail twisting. many ideas. One of mine are the 20 questions, which is like the last page in the handout. If you're wearing your club name tag, give yourself 1 point. If you're wearing your Lions pin, give yourself 1 point. If you're past president of the Lions Club, give yourself 1 point. If you're wearing black shoes, give yourself 1 point. If you're wearing glasses, give yourself 1 point. On and on and on. So you get to the bottom and who has the most points. Whether they're fined or not, they don't have to be fined for things like this when you're doing these kind of games. It's just fun, and it builds camaraderie with the club, and everyone, certain things everyone has laughs about, and they really enjoy it, and they always have a good time. And it's very fun. There are many fun ideas, more ideas, and fun things you can do as Tail Twister. All you need is Google or Bing or some other kind of browser. Go out and search to find ways to entertain your club. Again, puzzles. I think I had them put a puzzle out there on the website. So go out there and check that out. I can send you all different kinds of puzzles that you can use in your club. It's as far as your imagination can go to have fun with your club. The more imagination you have, the more fun your club's going to have. And they're going to enjoy it. And when you're gone, they're like, well, where's your Tail Twister? You know, they start to miss you when you're gone. My sister's sitting here laughing at me because she's thinking, God, nobody ever misses you. Oh, shoot. So what is your club like, and what kind of things does your current Tail Twister do in your club? Carolyn, what does your Tail Twister do?
Say it again, please, Jackie.
What kind of things does your Tail Twister do in your club, your last Tail Twister?
Wow. I am not really prepared to answer that. I haven't attended a lot of meetings. I've let PDG Joe do that, but I decided to be involved.
Good.
But I remember some puzzles of various kinds, and I would really like to mix that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and my question to you is, does Lions International have a resource for Tail Twisters or not?
They do. It's this cute little book right here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called Tactics, Tricks, and Just Plain Fun, developed by successful Tail Twisters. Whoa.
How do I tell me how I find that.
You can go on Lions International on their site and type in S-231.
S-231.
231.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this much. All of that is in this handout that you got.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Governor Jackie.
More because, you know, as I was going through this, because at first I was going to use this, and as I was going through it, I'm like, gosh, there's not very much information in here for everybody.
You have a lot in your handout.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to give everybody as much information as I possibly could so that they could find ways to really have fun in their club. And that's when I started finding stuff from other clubs and other districts and things like that. And I said, yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. So I just started combining it all together.
Great job. Great job. Thank you so much.
Little booklet.
Okay.
You got to have some fun. Crystal, how about you guys? What is your current Tail Twister, and what are you doing? And you're muted right now, so you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yep. Hey, we're here. We're good. Doing good.
Who's your Tail Twister right now?
I'm turning
All right.
it twice.
You are?
What was your question, please? I'm sorry.
Who was your current Tail Twister?
In the Gahanna Club, we did not have one.
You did? Oh, Oh, okay then. That's
So we're
even better.
Yeah,
Because,
we're just getting back into it.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you guys will do a great job. You guys will really get them going. So trying some of these things and knowing your club as well as I do, I think some of them will really start to have some fun with it. And again, it's just like, use your imagination. Find some fun stuff that the club can do that they would absolutely have a ball with. It's not hard to come up with stuff. And I always like, there are some clubs I like to tell them, if you got a bunch of fuddy-duddies, just put a little puzzle out in front of them so that when they walk in the door, as they're sitting there waiting for a meeting start, they got something they can work on, whether it's a crossword puzzle or some other kind of puzzle, or answer these questions. How many of these do you know the answer to, and that type of thing. Anything to get, and for Gehenna, that might get them started, Leo and Crystal, by just putting some stuff out for them, see how many of them know it, especially like the Lions 101. If I can find that, I'll get that out to both of you guys, because
Yeah, we're going to do some trivia and some things like that. So
yeah, all you guys, I'll try to get that out to you, because I think I got something somewhere, and it's like Lions trivia, and how much about Lions do you know? And then that helps to kind of inform the club about the different things about Lions that they didn't know. And then they start to learn about it, and then maybe they might want to learn some more about it. But, just have some fun. Enjoy it. Anything else I can answer for you guys? Well, we only had a couple, but I had the best. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And it looks like they were supposed to be, yeah. I really appreciate it. And I'll try to find some of that stuff, and I'll just send it out to you guys, because I'm sure I got your emails here somewhere. I know I got Carolyn's, and Leo and Crystal, I'll find yours, because I know I got that somewhere too. Just have some fun. Have some fun with your club, and then see how they react. And let me know what you think afterwards. But thanks for joining me. At some point, we're going to send out a survey so that everybody can give us some feedback on all the sessions that we've held today. So hopefully you'll complete those and let us know how everything went.
great. Thanks, Jackie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Gigi Jackie.
You're welcome. Thanks for being with me. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It was over soon.
Oh, there it is. There it is.